Out or what? Hey, everybody. Sell a house, wholesale real estate training number 137 today here on Freedom Friday, the greatest day of the week. Greatest day of the session. Oops. Better send that text that I'm recording on there. So, yeah, Freedom Friday. Best day of the session. Is it really? Or is New Op Day the best day of the session? That's interesting. That's very interesting. I hadn't thought about that. Which day is better? New Op Day versus Freedom Friday? I don't know. I love them both. Of course, now we've created a whole work system within our week that each day, there it goes again, within our session, within each day of our session, that there's a specific outline to the session. Begins on New Op Day. And what we do on New Op Day is Organization Day. Now, initially, our plan here was that Organization Day would be to sort of tie up the loose ends from the previous session and organize the outline for how the upcoming session will go. Second part of that's been pretty difficult. As you know, hey, every time, whenever you start something new, you might have the greatest plan in the world and go to roll it out, and it just doesn't happen quite that way. So it's been a challenge, and quite honestly, since we just recently initiated this, sorry, I'm trying to take some notes here because I want to remember this stuff. Since we initially originally initiated this just a few weeks ago, the whole outline, it feels really good. Okay, it's not playing out as our plan, our mental plan on paper. You know how we drew it up. We drew it up to look like this. You know, it kind of looks like this right now, but it feels really good. It feels right, and that's really what it's all about. So we're sticking to it, and it just comes out that on New Op Day, on Organization Day, for the past few weeks, it's been nothing but put together, fix up all the leftovers from last week. And it's just going to show us that there's still a lot of things, there's still some things that we need to put in place and organize better so that at the end of the session, come New Op Day, there's not going to be as much loose ends, so to speak, to tie up from the previous week, that we actually will have time to, devote towards how we're going to create the new session. So I think it's a great plan. It feels right. We're running with it. There's some bugs. We got to work out some bugs. So New Op Day, our Organization Day right now, has been also sort of chaos day. And so when I balance that out against Freedom Friday for the past few days, Freedom Friday really has been sort of okay, this is the day that, and with our plan, it seems like we're one day, our 4-day plan seems to only be how am I trying to say this? Out of the 4 days to get here. Oh, I know what I'm saying. It's taken 4 days to get to Freedom Friday, whereas in our plan, it should only be taking 3. So Freedom Friday is really kind of the day where, okay, we finally got that, what was supposed to take place in 3 days done in 4. Now we can implement this. Now we can really be into what should be the 4th day. Anyway, house for sale. What the heck just happened there? Let me send Johnny Boy an invitation, see if he can come bring his sleepy-eyed butt here and join us today. Anyway, right. So Freedom Friday for us for the past few weeks, I would say, has definitely been winning out as the best day of the session for us in the past few weeks. But prior to that, definitely New Op Day, because with organization comes opportunity. And so as we come into New Op Day with our organization day and putting these things together, even though we've had very little time to actually look forward, just knowing that we've got everything from the past session buttoned up, cleaned up, we can put that behind us actually and move forward. You know, we have to sort of combine our Tuesday, which is supposed to be our creation day, to, you know, create what's necessary to implement what we have, you know, generated on organization day, create the things required to perpetuate, you know, those ideas and plans throughout the remainder of the session. So now we've been combining organization day so into creation day, and having to pretty much get organized for the remainder of the session on Tuesday and begin to create. And then on Wednesday, which is supposed to be our preparation day, which is not what you think it would be, but instead of the preparation, we're having to basically sort of finish off the creation, and we're only getting a little bit of the preparation that we should be allowing ourselves to begin with the final action days of the session. But anyway, so things change, you know. I can't say that New Op Day is better than Freedom Friday all the time. And I can't say that Freedom Friday is better than New Op Day all the time. It's going to go back and forth, and it all depends on what you're doing, because everything is always changing, and you're always learning and growing, and you're always you know, correcting and continuing and adjusting and moving on. So yeah, it's going to change. But Freedom Friday is an awesome day because, as I said, pretty much no matter what happens throughout our session, come Freedom Friday, we are in a position to really make things happen. And of course, we have the freedom to do that as we best see fit. We're not having to make something happen under somebody else's terms. Someone else isn't saying, okay, on Freedom Friday, this is what you're going to do, and at the end of the day, you'll be compensated that much for it. Doesn't work that way. On Freedom Friday, we have the freedom to say, okay, this is what I'm going to do, and at the end of the day, I'm going to be compensated upon the results that what I'm going to do here, that this plan that I'm laying out as to what I'm going to do, I'm going to be compensated based on the results of what this produces. So that's a real exciting feeling, to the fact of knowing that, hey, what I'm going to put together here, or what I have already put together here, what I'm going to go implement, what I'm, you know, how I'm going to take the action on this, all of those things, however you want to put it, that the effort that I'm about to put into this is what's going to generate my compensation. So I'm going to be compensated based upon my results, not upon, you know, the input of my time that I put in, you know, not upon the I guess that's it. Yeah, the time that I, you know, input to this, because I could input 2 hours and accomplish everything that I set out to accomplish, and be compensated for that, for the results of that, which could far outweigh if I was to just say, you know, if I was to be putting in 8 hours according to someone else's plan, because I know my plan is going to generate specific results. Their plan is going to generate their specific results, which I don't know what that is. It really makes no difference to me what that is. All I have to worry about and care about in that situation is that over the course of the next 8 hours, I get from point A to point B. That's all I got to do. I mean, how I get there, am I getting there in a productive fashion? Am I just getting there? Am I, could I legitimately actually get there in 2 hours instead of 8, and I'm going to take all 8 to do it? All those things. And at the end of the day, you're just going to be compensated, like I said, that much. Whereas I know that what I'm putting together for myself and the results that what I'm putting together for myself will create results that will at least have the potential. I'm gonna throw a little bone in here. Have the potential to compensate me greatly for that productive time that I put in. I'm not the master of the universe. I can't say that it's going to happen. I may put in the 2, 4, 6, 8 hour time frame that I have created for myself to go out there and produce results in, and I might get skunked all day long. It's possible. It happens. There's days you're just going to get skunked, but it's all right, because that the next time you put your plan together and you go out and you execute it, because you went through all of those no's, it just got you that much closer to your next yes, and to that compensation that's going to make it all worth it. So Freedom Friday is an awesome day. And what I want to kind of throw out today in Freedom Friday is the fact that, yeah, that is how we operate this system. That is how our organization operates. That is what our team has the opportunity to do. The people on our team has the opportunity to adopt our sort of outline for a session, which in reality, for the base level team members that we're looking to bring on board here, and I hope that if you're watching this, you're excited, you're interested, and you want to come on board with this, because we're expanding this business. We need some people to come in here, and you're starting off, you're only doing one little tiny piece. It's simple, and you're getting yourself into deals just like that and making money rather quickly. You're not wasting time learning a whole bunch of stuff that you don't even know how or if it's going to work, or how or if you're going to be able to follow through with it, or how or if you're going to be able to complete it the right way, or any of those how or ifs. We eliminate all the how or ifs. How or if. We eliminate all of the how or ifs out of the equation, simply put you directly onto do and creating the results, as I just said. It's not as if someone's telling you, go do this, and that'll happen. It's, here's your plan, here's your outline. You create it, you produce your own results, and this is how it'll happen for you. So Freedom Friday is an awesome thing, because I want to send out an invitation. Please, we want to expand this organization. We want you to come in here and learn how to do real estate investing, wholesale real estate flipping, all of these things the way that we're doing it, that's generating our system has fluctuated and variated over the 4 years that we've been doing this. We've really just recently, within the past 6 months, come into, sort of this is it kind of a thing. So of course it's this is it. It's not this is it. So exactly where and what this system is producing, it's really hard to put a number on it right now, but it's producing extraordinarily awesome. I mean, we are doing a lot of deals. There's a lot of money being generated through the organization, through this system, which is trickling all the way down to the base level people who are starting up and doing just this little tiny piece. And they don't have to invest a lot of time. That's the great thing. Number one, they don't have to know anything at all. I mean, sure, if you do know stuff, great. If you know more, um, if you're on a fairly high plane already, but you're just not able to, turn and do deals, hey, we're ready to bring you on board and elevate you, very quickly. You're going to start at the bottom, but you can elevate very quickly into a leadership position. And, there's just a lot of opportunity here. There's a lot of opportunity here for you to get involved in this type of business, of this type of, you know, it is a business. Create your own business here in this type of a system where you can start generating the time freedom out of your time trading commitment for pittance into something that is going to give you the freedom that you're looking for. We've got two guys on our team. Two guys on our team that after just 2 months have quit their jobs. They quit their jobs. Now, granted, they're both single guys. They don't have, family obligations. I mean, not everybody can quit their jobs and survive off of, where they started from and where they've elevated to. Some people might need to elevate higher before they could actually think about doing something like that. But for these guys, in just a couple of months, have decided that, you know what, hey, I can stop this trading my time for a pittance, and I can just go full on into this and start being paid for the results that I produce. And I'm at least, right now, I'm at least equal with what those two are. So as long as I'm equal, I'm not stepping backwards. I can step out of that, step into this, and I can expand on this. We've got two guys that have done that in just a very short period of time. You can do that too. Now, like I said, your time frame might be longer, but this is something that you can do because in the beginning you don't have to commit a lot of time. Your time commitment can literally be as little as 5 hours a week. You could literally put 5 hours a week into this. One day, Saturday or Sunday, 5 hours, your time invested. Next thing you know, you got money coming in you've got money coming in from that 5 hours that could equal what's coming in for your whole 5 days of a week. That's pretty awesome. So I'm inviting people. We need some people. We have way, way more than we can legitimately keep up with. And we need some people. We need you to join on to our team and get yourself in that position to where your 5 hours of commitment is producing equal to your other 40 hours of commitment. I mean, that's a pretty awesome thing. Trading 40 hours of commitment to 5 hours of commitment to produce the same result. Where do I sign up? I'll take that. I need to actually do that with this business. That's part of the reason why we need you as well, too. That's going to allow me to do the same thing, not on that scale, but it's going to allow me to maybe take, 20 hours of my commitment and reduce it down to 15 hours. That's which gives me, which for me right now only means that, okay, I reduced that down to 15 hours. Now I've got another 5 hours available for another piece, but that's okay, because soon after that, that 15 hours shrinks to 10 hours. And now I've got 10 hours for this other piece. And then that shrinks down to 5 hours. And now I have 15 hours for this other piece. And now that shrinks down to, that one's done. That one's off my plate. I never have to worry about that one again. It's being taken care of and I don't have to do it, which means now I got 15 hours of this and I got another 5 hours here. I can start working on this next thing. And that's how systemization goes, is you take piece by piece. You take this piece right here and you work on this piece and you create something here that someone else can do, or a piece of technology can do, or a virtual assistant can do, or something that somebody else can do instead of you doing it. And then once you create how that is repeatable, then you bring that person or software or technology or whatever it is into the fold so that it or they can start doing that, and that starts taking less and less and less of your time to do it, so that now you can bring in the next thing and you can start redoing that again. And the next thing you know, you've got these systems piling up over here. You've got this piece that's working all by itself. You don't have to do anything. It's just happening. All right. Then you have this piece, same thing. You don't have to do anything. It's just happening. And you've got this piece that's just happening and this piece that's just happening. And really the only thing you have to do is maybe spend an hour a week, an hour a session to take a check. 15 minutes over here. Everything's still operating the way it's supposed to be. Great. Take a check over here. Everything's still operating the way it's supposed to be. Great. Every check over here. Same thing, same thing. And then maybe take another hour and look back and say, okay, is there anything going on here that we can improve upon? Is there anything going on here that we can improve upon to make it work even that much better, to make it work that much more efficiently, to make it produce a little bit better? Anything going on here? Anything going on here? So there you go. 2 hour a week set or 2 hour session work session is just, maintaining and improving. And you're not having to do all the doing. So right now I'm doing a lot of doing. I need some of you guys in here to fulfill one of these sections right here, so that this section can be, I don't have to worry about it. It can be being taken care of without me having to do it. I just come around, check on you guys every once in a while, go, hey, how you doing out there? Is this still working the way it's supposed to? Great. How can we improve it? Okay, let's improve it. Let's check it out. Let's try this. Let's try that. Boom. Away you go. That's what we need. That's why I want you to come in here and join this team. I'm sending out the invitation. There's no cost. This is not a mentorship guru program. It might be when we take this to another city. It might be, hey, you know what? You guys want to play in this arena? It's going to cost you. But for right here, right now, locally here in Phoenix, even if you're not locally here in Phoenix and you're seeing this, we can start without any cost in your town. Right now, we're looking for somebody to start up in your town and start working this. I will tell you though, you can still do this on a 5-hour commitment, but it's going to be more difficult because there's going to have to be a midweek commitment that you're going to have to be able to make. I can tell you that right now, just because I don't know what's in your area. So we have to start with something that's going to gather that knowledge for us, for both you and us, so that we can help you recreate how this system is coming together over here on your end. And it's going to, and it depends on some outside factors that we have no control over, and that, like I said, I can't tell you how it works right now. We have to investigate how that works, and it's going to be midweek investigation. So if you're in another area and you want to start implementing our system in your area, we can do it. Just understand that it's going to take some midweek hours commitment, regular business hours commitment time. So however that falls with your current job is going to be an issue that you're going to have to understand and work around somehow. But we can do it. I guarantee you we can do it, because what we're doing here is going on in your town, and you can take advantage of what we're doing here in your town just as easily as we're doing it here. It's just going to take a little bit longer to set up. But for here, Phoenix, Arizona area, if you're here, if you're watching this, you want to jump right into a system that puts you directly into doing and producing and getting paid, send us an email to propertynoodlers@gmail.com. I'm telling you, this is the best way you're going to find out there anywhere to get involved with wholesale real estate, because it's all done for you. It really is. We've got everything done for you here. This is not a do-it-yourself program. This is not a here's all the information. Go read it, go listen to it, go figure it out, and go do it. This is a, hey, here's what we have. This is what you're going to do, and this is where you're going to go. It's already done for you, but you just have to put in some pieces. I don't know. It can't get much better than that. It's kind of this is just like a network marketing organization is what it is, really. we're gonna we're gonna teach and train you how to get to where you want to go. So with that, everybody, it's Freedom Friday. I got things to do. I got to get out there and be productive. I got to go out there and make some compensation for myself on a grand scale. And with that, I hope you're going to go out there and be productive and make some compensation for yourself that's going to compensate you based upon the results that you produce, not the hours of time that you put into it. Because if you look at it, if you sit back and you go to work today, look at what you're supposed to be doing. I guarantee you that what you anticipate getting done in that 8-hour day, you could get done in less than that if you put your mind to it. Might only be 7 hours, but you can do it. Might be 6 hours. You might legitimately look at this and go, I could actually bust this crap out in like 2 hours. And then what am I going to do with the rest of my day? Right? And here's the thing. If you're just happen to be here and you're just, I'm an employee kind of guy or person, gal, whatever. I don't see that I have entrepreneurial spirit to get out there and do something on my own. I'm probably just going to be comfortable working for someone for the rest of my life. You do the same thing. Go to work and evaluate what you are anticipating to get done in that 8-hour period of time. Knock that down from 8 hours to however long you can actually get that work accomplished in, and then figure out what additional work you can do to benefit your company or organization, and do that for the remainder of that period of time. That's how you get ahead. Okay? You want to be stuck where you're at whatever position you're in, with the ceiling on your income, knowing that, hey, over the next 20 years, I could probably, end up making from the $15 an hour that I'm at to the maximum of about $20 an hour that I'm at, being in this position, doing this job for however long. If you want to go beyond that, that's how you do it. It's called initiative. And you take the initiative. It's two things. It's initiative coupled with delivering more value than expected, that is expected of you. So you do those two things. You take the initiative to deliver more value than what is expected of you, and it's going to be noticed. It's going to be seen. And if it's not seen in the time frame that you think it should have been seen and noticed and recognized, take it. You doing that will then build within you the confidence for you to take it before those who should have brought it to you first, and say, hey, for the last X amount of months, or for the last year, or however long it's been, I've been doing this. My job entailed this, and I've been doing this. You've been getting this out of me for the last X amount of months. It's my pleasure to do so. However, I am delivering to your company or your organization a much greater value than that to which you are paying me for. And for that, I wish to be compensated additionally for that. And in response to you compensating me for, equal to the what I have been delivering for the past X amount of time, I am willing to give you even more of myself and take on even more responsibility, so that I can produce even greater for this organization, in such that you would be able to, produce better. The organization will be able to produce better, and thereby compensate me even better for the efforts for which I am producing. See, it's a cyclical thing, and you cannot expect to get before you give. All right, you have to give in order to get. Remember that. If you want to raise in your organization or your business, give something to show that you're worthy of that. You have to give before you will get. That's the way the world works. All right, with that, everybody, Freedom Friday. awesome day. Get out there, enjoy it. What did I just say? I don't even remember what I said. Go out there and deliver. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Go out there on Freedom Friday. Take the initiative to deliver more value for to deliver more value than that to which you are currently being compensated for. And see how that makes you feel at the end of the day. All right? I bet you're going to feel pretty dang good about it, because we are creatures of creation. We want to create. We want to do good things. We want to do more. Do that today. Go out there. Take the initiative to deliver more value for that with you are being compensated for, and see how you feel at the end of the day. And see if you don't want to do that again come New Op Day and throughout the whole next session, and the one after that, and the one after that, and the one after that. And all of a sudden, your job that you kind of hate right now might start feeling kind of good to you. And once that starts feeling kind of good to you and you build your confidence up, as I said, you'll be compensated for it. Even if you have to go ask for it, it'll be seen, it'll be noticed, and you'll be compensated for it, and you'll be enjoying life more than you are right now. And if you are the entrepreneurial type, you know what? And you just don't want to be in that job, propertynoodlers@gmail.com. Great way to start with just a little bit of time investment on the side, maybe 5 hours a week on top of your job right now. Sure, it's a little bit of work up front, but soon you might be able to say, hey guys, you know what? I don't want to work 5 days anymore. I just want to work 4 days a week now. Then after that, and however you want to do it, it's all about freedom. Freedom Friday, baby. Go out there, take the initiative. Deliver more value than for that for which you are being compensated. Build your confidence. See how that makes you feel. You're going to love it. Oh, universe, I ask not for more riches, but for more wisdom with which to make better use of the riches given to me at birth, consisting of the power to control and direct my own mind to whatever end I might desire, which on Freedom Friday is going to be deliver more value than that for which I am being compensated. And for those of you in the entrepreneurial world, to be productive today and produce results. See you back here.